All right, you guys ready? Let's go. Follow me out. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that. Good morning, guys. It's a sunshiny day, and it's Friday. See that blue Dodge right there? I just got through replacing the valve cover gaskets on it. And I performed an oil change. And I've got one more appointment before the end of the day. And it's Friday. Have I mentioned that it's Friday? Oh! And I think that I got out of there just in time because we're supposed to have like scattered showers today. And we haven't had any scattered showers that I know of, but it looks like we might have some scattered showers soon. Oh look, it's an XJ. That's a Jeep right there. Hi Buffy. Alrighty, well, time has gone by. Oh my gosh. I only filmed 2 clips today. I can't believe that. I thought that I had filmed more, but every time I send a Snapchat, I feel like I'm videoing what I'm doing. So, yes, you will get to go outside after Coda is done outside. Coda gets to go first because his bladder is like questionable. What was that? What was that? And then I am going to take the vacuum, which is right here. Watch this. This is so awesome. So you disconnect it. Are you Buffy? You can't eat the vacuum. And then you put it into here like this. I'm doing this with one hand because that's how vloggers do the stuff. It's with one hand. Okay. And then you see here, you got. It's actually selected for medium, but it's on auto. Look at that. You can actually watch to see how many dirt particles you're picking up. Which is so awesome. But look at the job it does. Look at that. It's so clean. So I want to do this, and we do this like, man, like 3 times a day until you have a vacuum that you can like really see stuff and know what you're picking up. You really don't know how dirty your house is. Ran out of material today, so you're watching Troy vacuum. And you hear that? It automatically adjusts, so if it senses that it's picking up a lot of dirt, it'll kick into high gear. So this was done earlier today. I just want to show you guys. Alright. I'm going to go over it again, but just from that right there is just from this mat for like half the day. And like I said, Angie and I, we vacuum like all the time now because it's fun. I mean, look at that. 103,571,328 microparticles. Hardwood floor attachment. Yeah, okay. So it's the hardwood floor attachment. Okay, I had to get that right. It feels like you're not doing anything because you can't see any dirt. But you see that green? We told you before, there's a laser on it. Watch this. Vacuuming in the dark. Hey guys, good evening. I didn't film anything today.
It happens.
It does happen, and it happened today. But speaking of today, let's talk about yesterday. That makes no sense. Yesterday is COC because we didn't touch you guys yesterday, and for that I apologize.
You're in a weird mood.
I am in a weird. It's Friday. This work week like kicked my butt, and then when it was done kicking my butt, it kicked it again. But it's Friday. I don't have to work tomorrow, and I'm sleeping in. Mr. Brot. Yes. No.
Maybe.
Oh, I was going to say yes. Mr. Brot again. Excuse me. Again. Loved playing Frogger in the arcade back in the early 80s. Man, I loved Frogger on the Atari 2600. I know this is dating myself, but you know, it was a new generation. I mean, all the video platforms that we have today all spun from Atari and ColecoVision. Pong, Super Breakout, Cubert, Pac-Man, Asteroids, Defender, Enduro, Pole Position, Kaboom.
We had some cheap system. Our friends had Coleco, and we had Intellivision.
Oh. Huh.
We didn't have Pac-Man, but we had some ladybug game that was basically the same as Pac-Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, I remember I wanted Pole Position so bad. And I ended up, Mom and Dad couldn't find it or whatever. Oh, I also had the Death Star too. And I hadn't even watched Star. I didn't know what Star Wars was all about. And I had the game, Death Star. Oh, what was the jungle one? Oh no. You know, the swinging on the vines, the jungle,
Oh, yeah.
the alligators down below with the
Remember
tar
what it was
pits. I got the high score on that because you're supposed to take a picture of your high score and send it in and you got something. Okay, back in the 80s, taking a picture of a television screen.
That's a pain in the butt.
You didn't know what you were getting. There was no instant, unless you had a Polaroid, but there's no instant. You had to like take a picture and then get it developed, and by that time your score and everything was gone. Man, I love the 80s. They were so fun. Drinking from a garden hose.
All right, come on.
Your seatbelt was your mom's sitting on your mom's lap with her arms around you. Sitting in the back of the old LTD Esquire going down the road. Oh man. Let's see. Okay, Ben Massey. I always try riding bicycles without helmets. We're okay, I think. Ben Massey. I always try to make my ETA by 11 to noon to the other locations. It sounds like you are like on time, like I am. I should knock on some wood, but it's very, 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 very seldom that I'm late to an appointment. Usually, I'm early and I'll park around the corner and I'll wait until like, if I'm supposed to be there at like, let's say 3 o'clock, 2:55, 2:52 is when I roll up. I always want my customers to know they can count on me. Ireland through my lens and more. Hey guys. Yep, out in the rain, hail, snow all day myself from 5:30 a.m. till about 5:30 p.m. Oh.
Brr.
Yeah, not fun. Jason Stiles, I take a change of clothes with me if there was a chance of getting wet. That's about as uncomfortable as it gets, sitting in wet clothes. Tint your windows, find a quiet place to park, and change. Man, I can just see cop coming up. What you doing in there? You're naked. Changing my clothes, Oscar. Van Al NSX, only 11 days until spring. Your wet work days will soon be a distant memory. Kind of. And then I'll be complaining about the heat and sunburn.
Wow, you complain a lot.
I do.
Gotta change that.
I know.
Where's your fun, positive attitude?
I don't know. It's in here.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm saving it for all the other life stuff that we're going through right now.
All right.
Okay. Halloween for I am not a child of the 80s. I was born in 1995. Oh my gosh, I graduated in 93. I feel old now. Thanks, Derek. Just kidding. But even I know what an Atari is, but that brings up a good question of how many kids still know what an Atari is, or even a Nintendo or Nintendo 64. My older brother was born in 1988. 88 was a good year too. Vlog Soup. I loved Frogger. I wasn't great at it though, much to the dismay of the frog. Joe Poppenhagen. I remember back in 1980, I bought what was called Intellivision.
There you go.
That you hooked up to your TV, had a game called Pong, wore the TV out playing it. You know, it's funny. I used to play most of my video games on a TV that I had in my room, but the TV I had in my room, number one, it was black and white. That's funny. And number two, it was like a 7-inch screen. It was like one of those small.
Super tiny little things.
Yeah. But you played the games on it, or you watched TV on it, and after a while, if you didn't think about it, your mind puts color to everything. It didn't seem like it was a black and white TV. unless you ask, it's like, what color is it? Well, it's black and white. But watching it,
It just doesn't bother you. You're just engrossed in the show and the story.
or the game. What was that jungle?
I don't know.
Oh, Pitfall.
Oh.
That's it. Oh man, cool. You guys have no idea how happy I am that I remembered that. What the heck? And I get an advertisement on the next vlog for like some kind of retro game. What is that about? Google is listening.
That's something for CenturyLink.
Oh, all right, CenturyLink. Well, that was weird. I'm all sketched out now. All right, so what the heck? Stop. All right, Mr. Bro, first, again, John 9 11111111111. Yeah, Troy, you say not to throw money at it, but better than the guy going to spend $35,000 to $40,000 on a new truck that is already made cheaper than the Chevy S10 he is having you fix up. I work at a dealership. What dealership? I didn't know that you worked at a dealership. These are things Troy wants to know. And I see brand new cars and trucks made so cheaply, but way, way more expensive. I'm sure you see your fair share of that. But cars now are so technologically advanced. It is amazing.
Driving a computer.
You're driving like 30 computers. But yeah, in fact, a lot of cars now are manufactured with fiber optics for their supplemental restraint and braking systems, because light travels faster. Even to have to encode and decode the signal, it's still faster. Oh man, and that stuff happens faster than you could ever react to it, and that's why it's kind of better. Ben Massey, Blue Book, or no Blue Book, no blue balls? LOL, yeah, my mind went there. Okay. I'll let your mind go there. I'm not going there right now. Halloween for...
Oh, your mind's always there.
At blue balls?
No, but your
okay.
mind always goes.
Well, yeah, it does. I've got a dirty mind. I should get Orbit. It's funny, I said dirty mind, and Coda poked his cone head up. He's like, huh? Me too. Halloween first. So today I was up at school on the east side, aka the side where everybody has lots and lots of money. The same high school I went to fill in for the last couple weeks, and not even kidding. This kid, he's probably, I don't know, barely 16, maybe 17, pulls up in a dang Ferrari. Hashtag mommy and daddy's money. I've never had that luxury, not complaining because... Yeah, you are. I would be complaining too. I'm joking. I never had that luxury, not complaining, because I think honestly you appreciate things more if you have to work for them. Like I said before, my first truck was a 67 F250 that I still have and will not sell because I bought it off my brother and with my own money. Now it's just in the process of being restored, not a daily driver anymore. So honestly, I live paycheck to paycheck, but I honestly think that helps people become better people and not take things for granted. I think that you are totally right, and people, I feel, will always appreciate things more when they take the time to go out and work for it and pay for it. And I will tell you something, that customers, and this is so weird, not all the time, but a majority of the time, the customers that tip me are pretty much paycheck to paycheck, or they can't get all the work done this time, so they'll do some this time, and then they'll book an appointment for 2-3 weeks, a month out, and they'll get more done. The people that live paycheck to paycheck and have that kind of income bracket tip better, and I feel bad for taking it from them sometimes, than the ones that have money. Maybe that's why people have money. Stop tipping! No, just kidding. Oh, okay. Let's see. Ireland through my lens and more. Friday! I know. Time for more plan making on our trip to America, and more time for me to be back exercising. Ankles holding up.
Okay.
Good. Kinda. Many months on.
Keep at it.
Pitter patter. Yeah, and I forgot. I thought that... Didn't you say you were going to the East Coast?
Yeah, I think so.
It sure would be cool, since you're coming all the way over here. It'd be so cool if you came to Washington. I would make it a point to, like... if anybody comes from a different country, I will make it a point and comes to Washington State. Not like New York, because we can't afford to fly to New York. So, because I'm not going to tip anybody either. So, just kidding. Oh my gosh, I need to stop. If you guys are going to come from a different country and you come to Washington, I'll make it a point to come see you. Or to make time for you to come see me. Van Nile NSX, great vlog. Thank you very much. Josh Bryant, yes, people should always call you first. Finally got my semi started. Wait, hold on. This is great. I read this earlier and I'm like, yes. Okay. Yes, people should always call you first. Finally got my semi started issue fixed because of what you said. Had them test the voltage while starting and they found out my alternator was charging at 19 volts when it should have been 14.2 max, and found out that my starter is connected to the batteries through the alternator. Thanks. You are absolutely welcome. I am so glad I was able to help. That makes me feel good, and I'm glad that you got it figured out too. Mon E, I actually don't mind listening to you ramble on about the mechanical aspects of cars because it keeps my mind mechanically fresh. I can actually understand most of what you're saying. Oh, good. That makes one of you guys. I know there's been a lot of car stuff, but that's what I do. So if you want a vlog, you got to deal with the cars. Tony Fredrickson, have a good weekend, y'all. You too, Tony. In fact, I'm going to be talking to you. Oh, and, oh look, Mama Fratelli's Jeep commented on the vlog. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, if you want to find the channel.
That's the only way right now you're going to find it.
Yeah, it's almost...
I searched and couldn't find it. Marie Winton found it, and I don't know how on her own she found that.
Marie Winton was the very first subscriber to Mama Fratelli's Jeep.
That's awesome.
Even before our channel, because I didn't even think about it. And as of right now, I still haven't subscribed to my own channel. So you guys should go and subscribe to it. And then blast it out there, because hopefully with a new algorithm, a new channel, hopefully it'll do better than what we're doing here.
Well, if you post something on it, maybe. There's nothing there.
Well, by the end of the weekend, I'm hoping there will be, because it's supposed to be crappy weather, and I think we're not really doing too much this weekend, and yeah, so relaxing. Oh, and spring is 10 days away, meaning 10 days till my birthday.
Yeah, it's Troy's birthday. On the 20th.
First day of spring.
Everybody.
Anyway, Mama Fratelli's Jeep says, hey everyone, here's the new channel. How many of you found this? Laura found it. Laura is subscribed now.
Oh,
Alright, and that's it. We're done.
Alright.
Snack?
Maybe.
Show?
Maybe.
Alright. Sleep in tomorrow. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow.